Thank you and great question. Um, One of the first things for us that was really important was to not just rely on the design and brand codes. Don't get me wrong, the design and brand codes are really important. People buy luxury for the aspirational value, for the monogram, and of course, we play on that. But from the beginning, our motto was to position ourselves truly as an indie brand, and what it means is not just independent but indie in the way of how the indie brands operate, meaning a lot of focus on innovation. We go to Korea for cutting edge innovations, for new ingredients. We're like made in Korea and made in Italy, two of the biggest hubs in beauty in the world, so that we are not left behind when it comes to innovation, but rather we're like setting trends. We also have a strong focus on ingredient story, and we are really proud of our Italianity. So we always ensure to include an Italian active ingredient, which is in a way very special to the brand, very distinctive in the market, helps us stand out. And the third thing I would say is we are aggressive when it comes to our claims and testing. So performance is the king for us. We don't make marketing claims. We test everything clinically. So again, over here we operate more like an indie brand. So you actually have products that are beautiful, but with a performance and that feel really, really modern. So they are like the products for the next generation. So this is a very tricky topic, because on one hand, with the global strategy, we want to ensure consistency, and on the other hand, obviously, we need to be mindful and also respectful of local needs, because without localization, it's impossible to succeed. What we typically do is, of course, our starting point is a global marketing plan and a global marketing strategy. But we also have our focus markets, for example, as you mentioned, Middle East, and we do two things in that case. One, first of all, we always are mindful and always actively incorporate the local KCP, so the key commercial periods of the market, into our global plans. Always plan for those. In case of Middle East, for example, Eid, we try to tackle those either with a local campaign. We have a local ambassador that speaks to the market. We have a local selection of products. We try to customize the products if we can, work on a local campaign, but also where there is a need, and depending on the size of market for us, we also do ad hoc products for certain markets, whether it is limited edition or whether it is even a core line. So we did do a cushion foundation for Asia. We are working on a new product that will exclusively be for Middle East. So we do a lot of, we sort of try to fulfill local needs as well, while of course having a consistent global plan. So I think for luxury beauty especially, it's really important to deliver a higher value, a premium value to the consumer, than a standard product that you can find on the market. So in the future, I think it'll be more and more important. Of course, first thing will be ingredients. It's already ingredients, but a lot of research, of course, is happening on new ingredients. For example, for longevity, and a lot of ingredients that you have in your supplements or ingestibles are now being used for beauty. To give you an example, NAD+, which is like the biggest topic in like longevity and supplements, is now being used in beauty. So in general, of course, a lot of research is happening on ingredients and efficacy of ingredients. So to really have the highest grade, almost medical grade of efficacy, is quite important. Another thing is also technology. So like the adaptation, the mix of like AI with beauty. How can we use that to customize your product, your routine, to personalize it? Again, this is something that is already happening. Another thing I would say is also I heard a lot about biochemical research and engineering. So to really see and find a way for your products to penetrate deeper, to have an effect on your skin that you will have or you would have if you went to a clinic, because currently the effect that you would have in a clinic is not exactly what you would have at home. And so more and more people want like this clinic kind of result, is also where the devices are rising. And I think these kinds of like at home devices that mimic the clinical effects, that also don't come at a cheap price point, is another very premium product, and I see it more in like luxury beauty space.